I feel, I see those eyes which burn through smiles, fade in tears, like stars half quenched in mists of silver dew, beloved and most beautiful, who wearest the shadow of that soul by which I live. How late thou art! The sphered sun had climbed the sea. My heart was sick with hope before the printless air felt thy belated plumes. Pardon, great sister, but my wings were faint with the delight of a remembered dream, as are the noontide plumes of summer winds, satiate with sweet flowers. Was wont to sleep peacefully, and awake refreshed and calm before the sacred Titan's fall, and thy unhappy love had made, through use and pity, both love and woe familiar to my heart as they'd grown to thine. Erewhile I slept under the glaucous caverns of old ocean, within dim bowers of green and purple moss, or young Ione's soft and milky arms, locked then, as now, behind my dark, moist hair, while my shut eyes and cheek were pressed within the folded depth of her life-breathing bosom. But not as now, since I am made the wind which fails beneath the music that I bear of thy most wordless converse, sense dissolved into the sense with which love talks. My rest is troubled, and yet sweet. My waking hours too full of care and pain. Lift up thine eyes and let me read thy dream. As I've said, with our sea sister at his feet I slept, the mountain mists condensing at our voice under the moon, spread their snowy flakes from the keen ice, shielding our linked sleep. Then two dreams came. One I remember not, but in the other his pale, wound-worn limbs fell from Prometheus, and the azure night grew radiant with the glory of that form which lives unchanged within. And his voice fell like music, which makes giddy the dim brain, faint with intoxication, keen joy, sister of her whose footsteps paved the world with loveliness, more fair than aught but her, whose shadow thou art. Lift thine eyes on me. I lifted them. The overpowering light of that immortal shape was shadowed o'er which from his soft and flowing limbs and passion-parted lips and keen, faint eyes steamed forth like vaporous fire, an atmosphere which wrapped me in its all-dissolving power, as the warm ether of the morning sun wraps ere it drinks some cloud, wandering dew. I saw not, heard not, moved not, only felt his presence flow and mingle through my blood, till it became his life, and his grew mine. I was thus absorbed until it passed, like the vapors when the sun sinks down, gathering again in drops upon the pines, and tremulous as they. In the deep night my being was condensed, and as the rays of thought were slowly gathered, I could hear his voice, whose accents lingered ere they died, like footsteps of weak melody. Thy name, among the many sounds alone I heard, what might be articulate, though still I listened through the night when sound was none. I listened. Ione wakened and said to me, "Canst thou divine what troubles me tonight? I always knew what I desired before, nor ever found delight to wish. But now I cannot tell thee what I seek. I know not. Something sweet, since it is sweet even to desire. It is thy sport, false sister. Thou hast discovered some enchantment old, whose spells have stolen my spirit as I slept, and mingled it with thine. For when just now we kissed, I felt within thy parted lips the sweet air that sustained me, and the warmth of the life blood for loss of which I faint, quivered between our intertwining arms. I answered not. The eastern star grew pale, but fled to thee. Thou speakest, but thy words are as the air. I feel them not. Oh, lift thine eyes, that I may read his written soul. I lift them though they droop beneath the load of that they would express. What canst thou see but thine own fairest shadow image there? Thine eyes are like the deep blue, boundless heaven contracted to two circles. Underneath their long, fine lashes, dark, far, measureless, orb within orb, and line through line and woven. Why lookest thou? As if a spirit passed. There's a change. Beyond their inmost depth, I see a shade. A shape. 'Tis he. Arrayed in the soft light of his own smile, which spreads like radiance from the cloud surrounded moon. Prometheus, it is thine. Depart not yet. Say not those smiles, that we shall meet again within that bright pavilion, which their beams shall build o'er the waste world. The dream is told. What shape is that between us? Its rude hair roughens the wind that lifts it. Its regard is wild and quick, yet 'tis a thing of air, for through its grey robe gleams the golden dew, whose stars the noon has quenched not. Follow! Follow! it is mine other dream. Disappears, it passes now into my mind. Methought, as we sate here, the flower enfolding buds burst on yon lightning blasted almond tree, which swift from the white Scythian wilderness a wind swept forth, wrinkling the earth with frost. I looked, and all the blossoms were blown down, but on each leaf stamped as the blue bells of hyacinth, hell Apollo's written grief. Oh, follow, follow. As you speak, your words fill, pause by pause, my own forgotten sleep with shapes. Methought among these lawns together we wandered, underneath the young gray dawn. Multitudes of dense, white, fleecy clouds were wandering in thick flux along the mountains, shepherded by the slow, unwilling wind, and the wide dew on the new bladed grass, just piercing the dark earth, hung silently. And there was more, which I remember not. But on the shadows of the morning clouds, athwart the purple mountain slope, was written, "Follow, oh, follow," as they vanished. On each earth, from which heaven's dew had fallen, the like was stamped, as with a withering fire a wind arose among the pines. It shook the clinging music from their boughs. And then low, sweet, faint sounds like the farewell of ghosts were heard. Oh, follow, follow, follow me. And then I said, Panthea, look on me. But in the depth of those beloved eyes, still I saw, follow, 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 follow the crags this clear spring morning mock our voices as they were spirit tongued. It is some being around the crag would find clear sound. Oh, list. Echoes, we listen, we cannot stay as dew stars glisten, then fade away. Child of ocean. Hark! Spirits speak. Liquid responses of their aerial tongues yet sound. I hear. Oh, follow, follow as our voice recedeth through the caverns hollow where the forest spreadeth. Oh, follow, follow through the caverns hollow as the song floats thou pursue, where the wild bee through the noontide darkness, deep by the odor-breathing sleep of faint night clouds, and the waves, the fountain-like caves, wild hour music, wild and sweet, mocks thy gently fallen feet. Child of ocean, shall we pursue the sound? It grows more faint and distant. List! The strain floats nearer now. In the world unknown sleeps a voice unspoken by thy step. Alone can its rest be broken, child of ocean. How the notes sink upon the ebbing wind. Oh, follow, follow through the caverns, hollow as the song floats, thou pursue by the woodland noon tide dew. By the forest, lakes, and fountains, through the many folded mountains, to the rents and gulfs and chasms where the earth reposed from spasms. On the day when he and thou parted to commingle now, child of ocean, come, sweet Panthea, link thy hand in mine and follow, ere the voices fade away.